Right. I'm going to start going to the OBS website. I'm going to search Google for the website URL. So it's the OBS Studio download. Okay, and then I'm just going to go to the first link there. That takes us to the OBS projects page. Okay, the operating system we're using at the moment is a Mac, Big Sur. So at the moment, I'm just gonna click on the Mac icon, and then here we have the download installer. So I'm just gonna click on download installer, and then it will prompt me if I would like to allow this website to install or download files from there. I'm just gonna say allow, and then currently the download file is currently being fetched from the website, so it's gonna take some time to download. I don't know how big the actual file size is, but yeah, the connection is not so bad, so we'll get it in no time. So the OBS Studio is just a tool that allows you to do presentations on the site. You can record your entire full screen. You can select which windows that you want to use to do your recording, and it has quite some basic tools, advanced tools, and expert tools that you can use to do your recording. Specifically, this is very useful when you're doing live streaming on YouTube or on Twitch or all these other streaming websites, basically. So this is a very useful tool. So we're just going to quickly go to I think the file has been downloaded, so I'm going to click on the actual DMG file, which is down there. Okay, so it's just verifying the download, and then okay, so I don't think we need this page anymore. I'm just gonna, okay, this is just taking us to the welcome page. So if by any chance you need to find out more information about certain things, if you're stuck with certain issues on how to use OBS, I mean, you've got the help file, the help page on their website, which you can go to. They've got wiki guides. They've got Discord chats where you can download a Discord app and you chat with a bunch of people who are or members of the OBS community. You can also go to the forum and ask your questions basically at the forum. If you can't get any of your information from any of the sites, you can clearly just send an email through the feedback channel on the website to the developers of the software, of the OBS software, and they will be able to assist you. But right now, this guide is just going to focus on getting OBS set up on your machine. So basically, we're going to use this Mac machine and try to see if we can get it started. So I'm just going to minimize the screen, and then I'm going to go to the actual download file. I'm sure it must have been mounted by now. Right, so we have finally downloaded the OBS Studio. As you can see, it's over there. Obviously, you can drag it from this point here into your applications folder. That way you'll be able to have access to it. Already it's loaded the page, so it wants me to provide administrative credentials. So I'm just going to do that. Okay, so I thought as much. The download file is about 300 megs, so it's not so big, the size of the actual app. So we're going to look for OBS. So there we go. So it's right here. We're just going to click OK, double click on it, and then it's going to open up. So that's it. That's all the installation that we need to do. Very straightforward. Okay, we'll wait for it to verify. In this time being, I can actually just delete the delete the DMG file because it's no longer needed. Okay, and then we'll just give it a bit of time for it to do its processing. So it's just busy verifying the OBS setup. And then would I like to open it? Of course, yes, I'd like to open it. So just select open, and there we go. So there we have OBS, the actual application. And then so OBS works in quite a number of ways. The first thing that you would notice on this side here is the scene section, where you can set up multiple scenes. But in this particular, for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm just going to just use the default scene. Okay, and then we also have the sources, and under the sources you can choose what you want to try to record, basically. So it's the source that you want to fetch your recording from. In most cases it could be a window, it could be an application, it could be a web page, it could be from your webcam, it could be from basically anything that shows up on your desktop. Basically you can use will be the sources. So then you also have on this section here the audio mixer. This is to help capture the recording, so you can hear the sounds of whatever tutorial or presentation you're giving. And then on this side here you have presets of functions. Here you can start streaming, start recording, start a virtual camera. You can go to the studio mode, and then you've got settings. So I'm gonna go to so here is the scenario. We're going to try to record a screen of a specific web page, just like we give as an example of recording a web page, how to do something on a website, for instance. So the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to click on add sources. So here as you can see there, you can choose browser, or you can specifically say you want to capture the window. Okay, if it's a browser, I think it'll tell you which browser it is. So let's try that. We're gonna say browser. I'm gonna click OK, and then okay, it wants to browse to a specific page. So at the moment, as you can see, it's gone to the obs.com. So you specify the URL to the page that you want to record. In this particular case, let me try apple.com, because Apple is a very famous web page. So we can just go to the Apple site and we say OK, and then there you have your screen. And at the moment it's trying to record the Apple, it's going to load the Apple website, and you can specifically just adjust the size of the screen. I'm currently recording from South Africa, so I'm just gonna have to choose the option and say OK. But that's essentially how the recordings go, basically. So we have the browser, but I don't want to use the browser in this particular case. This is just for demo purposes. So I'm going to delete the browser. We don't need that. What I need is the window capture, basically. So I go to window capture, and then I create a new window capture, say OK, and then here I will be given options of windows on my desktop that I can choose from. There you can see you've got your dock at the bottom there, so you have access to the dock. You've got access to the OBS items, and then this window here, which is application. So if we go here, we can just record just the window. So let's see, Windows Server menu bar. Let's select that and see. Okay, that's just trying to record the window. So we don't want that. We actually need a specific window. So let's see if we can find the right window. No, we don't need this. That's not the right one. Let's see. Okay, so this is the desktop. So if you just want to record your desktop window, that can also work as well. I think these are the only options that I have at the moment. Let us see this item 1. That is not it. So but anyway, this gives you ideas to how to launch your app. So I'm going to for instance assume we're going to do a presentation. I'm going to click on Microsoft PowerPoint and let the Microsoft PowerPoint screen load. So it's just going to take a bit of time. I'm running off of a virtual machine, so this might take some time. So I'm just going to skip to read-only mode, and because I have not gone through the purchase process for this Microsoft suite, basically. And then no, I don't want to send any additional data. I'm going to say accept and OK. So there we have the Microsoft PowerPoint page loading here. And then I can close this applications page because I don't need that anymore. And then I can then go to the window capture once again, and then this time around I'm going to select on the gear icon there, which is properties, and then from there I can choose which window I want to use. Okay, at the moment it's not giving me the list, so if you do run into a scenario like this, the best thing to do is to go to file, you go to OBS and then quit OBS, and then we're going to start it over again. So I'm going to click on OBS right there at the bottom of the dock. Okay, so now already what we selected previously, it takes the default, and then we're going to select the window capture once again, and then click on the gear icon, and alright, so there we go. So I think what you need to select is show windows with empty names, and in order to get all the list of other windows, I presume Mac does create quite a whole bunch of windows. It's seeing a lot of tools that I have here at the top of the menu, so that's why it's picking up on all that list. But the list that the actual one that we need is Microsoft PowerPoint, so I'm going to select on that one. I'm going to just say, would you like to record this? I'm going to go to open screen. Alright, so this is just a privacy section here that I need to authenticate. So I want to allow OBS, and I want to give it privileges so that I can be able to record from there. Basically, this is just a security feature from the Mac. So I just need to type in my credentials. And then I click on that, and then I say quit and reopen. It's going to let's just save changes, and then it's just going to reopen OBS again. So we're done with that section. Just giving privileges. I'm going to click cancel there, and then go back and open up OBS, and then we're going to go to window capture once again. Same step. A little monotonous, but this time around it's now pointing at the PowerPoint window. Seems like it's struggling to, okay, there you go. So it picks it up. So that's the window that we want to do recording of. Okay, so very simple. I'm going to say okay here, and then I'm going to say start recording. Just before I say, well, you need to, for instance, prepare your presentation, and then whether you want to start from a specific presentation. So I sort of like this theme here for the PowerPoint presentation. So I'm going to click on this first one here. So we're just going to let PowerPoint load and do its stuff. So it has loaded, and then at the bottom here, Okay, so another window has been created. Just 1 second, I just need to verify this, because at the moment it's not picking up on the new window that just got created. So I think we have to go through the step again, and that is we're going to close OBS. We'll keep the windows open so that we don't lose that information. So I'm going to say exit, and then OBS has been cancelled, so we're going to create OBS once again, and then this time around we go back to the window capture, and I need to select window capture and then click on the gear icon, and then this time around we're going to go to presentation 1. So this is the window that we actually want to do our presentations with, basically. So let's assume it's a presentation that we have already written quite a bunch of stuff. So here I'm just gonna say OBS. Let me see if I can type and put in some details here. Alright, it will not allow me to use it because this is not a paid it's not a paid subscription. So I'm just, for demonstration purposes, let's just leave this as is. And I'm going to go to slideshow and then say start from the start. Okay, and then we're going to go to OBS. Okay, so OBS is also not picking up on the presentation slide, so I just want to see what's the step there. That's another window that's just been created, which hasn't been picked up on this list. So we're going to close OBS once again and start once more. So I'm going to say exit, and then right at the bottom here I'm going to click on OBS. So we now have a full screen presentation, and then I'm going to go to window capture, click on the gear icon once again, and alright, I'm not quite seeing the full screen presentation. Oh, there we go. So there we go. So we now got the screen. I'm gonna say okay. So assume you got many slides already on this screen. You can easily just select that screen and then just say start recording, and then there you go, and then you can just give your presentation. So this is the first step of actually just presenting and doing a recording with your OBS Studio tool. Okay, so I'm going to stop that recording. So it's basically just buffering, and once it's done, it will save the stored recording. Let's just open up our Finder. So under movies, there we have the file there, and then this is your recording that has just been created. We can see the time there. It matches exactly with that time there. So we just created that recording, and so and this can be shared. You can share this file with anyone. So the other scenario is to do a streaming. Okay, so to do a stream, I'm going to take you through another step. Alright, so the next step I'm going to do is we're going to go to YouTube. So I'm just going to open up a new tab, and then I'm going to type in YouTube. This is just steps on how to stream to YouTube, basically. So very straightforward using OBS. So I'm just going to quickly go to create, and then we're going to go to go live. Okay, so this is taking me to a page where I can basically set up the streaming settings for my OBS. So at the moment, first and foremost, what we try to do is create a title for this. So I'm just going to change this and call it OBS Studio Setup and Usage. Okay, and then I'm going to change that description and then give it a name. Let's just say, oh, just copy the same thing. Description really. Just do the same thing. We go here. All right, and then restrictions. You can maybe select if you. There are no restrictions at the moment, so we keep that as it is. Yeah, this is under science, tech, and technology branding. You can change the thumbnail if you want, and choose a different image that you want to use for your YouTube thumbnail. At the moment, I'm just going to keep that as it is. And then you can also create playlists as well. So there's a whole bunch of playlists that are showing up here, basically. So you can just choose whichever one is appropriate, or create one for yourself. Age restrictions, this will not be, you can just leave it as default, basically. And then you can set up a tag for it, and we're just gonna say OBS Studio. Okay, and there we go. So that's essentially what we need to do to set up. If we go to live chat settings, you can either enable live chat if you want or not on your channel. I'm going to disable it for now because we're not going to use that functionality. Okay, and there we go. So now we've changed the details to OBS setup usage, and then under the stream settings, you would see that it has some details about streaming. So at the moment, we're just gonna leave it as default on this select stream key. So I'm going to keep it as default, and then I'm going to reveal the stream key. Now this is very important, so we just need to take note of this. If we reveal the stream key, it'll give us 10 seconds, and then I'm going to select the stream key, and then I'm going to copy it. So once I've gotten the stream key copied, I'm going to go quickly to OBS, and then this time around I'm going to go to settings on this section here, and then on the settings you can see that we have stream. So I'm going to click on the stream tab, and then there's some services you can stream to. You can stream to Twitch, Facebook Live, Twitter, Periscope, and so on. But at the moment we want to just use YouTube, so I'm going to just choose YouTube there. And then the stream key that we copied from the YouTube web page, we're going to paste it there. And so that's the stream key, and that's it. And then we're just going to say okay. So anything that I do here will be streamed live onto the YouTube channel. So that's essentially what it is. So as we can see, here is your presentation screen that you're about to present with, and then we just say start streaming, and then this will just start streaming your presentation directly to your OBS website, directly to the YouTube website. So this is a very good example, and just to show that this is actually working at the moment, there you can see it says excellent connection on the YouTube live page, and then there you can see it says live OBS Studio setup usage, and we're currently live. So that's essentially excellent connection. You can see there's a bit of an echo going on there, so I'm going to mute myself over there again because this is a live presentation now. We do not want the echo to take place. So at the moment this is currently public, and so you would have multiple people currently watching it. At the moment it says one concurrent user, that's probably myself. If someone were to see this as well, they can also join in the stream and they can watch this particular OBS stream. So that's exactly how that works. I'm going to go to end stream now because this is just for demo purposes. So I'm going to say end stream, and then I'm going to say end, and then at the same time, so there it says it's ended. We only recorded 57 seconds of that stream, and then we also stopped the stream on this section here. So that's essentially how to do your live streaming from your desktop directly to YouTube website, basically. So the next step is I'm going to show you now how to add a video capture to your OBS screen. So here we'll select video capture. So this is if you have a webcam, and then you can easily just say video capture, and then we say OK, and then you would have to select a source of the webcam. I'm currently using a different OBS, so it will not pick up the device. So at the moment there's no device, but the moment I plug in a webcam, let me see if I can actually achieve that. So I'm going to try to connect with a webcam. Okay, so this is not gonna work because my webcam is currently connected to the current stream, so it will not give me the chance to use this. But this is just for presentation purposes. I'll go through the step in another tutorial so you can see exactly how to set up the webcam. Okay, so that's essentially everything that I think you can do with OBS. This is just the basics. There's a whole lot of advanced setups that you can also go ahead and incorporate, but at the moment, for this purpose of this tutorial, this would not be necessary. So thank you very much. I hope you are able to enjoy this steps that I've put together for you. Have a great day.